So last night I had to call the police because I was being gang stalked by some people, about 6 cars. And to me, it's like, wait a minute. Now, I had a little argument with the man at the Metro PCS, but it ain't that serious. I talked a little shit, yes. I said I was going to file some complaints, yes, but you done dealt with disgruntled customers before. These people followed me from like 11:30, 12 o'clock to almost 11:30, 12 o'clock last night. I had to call the police because my device was about to die and I couldn't continue to record them and hang out in the streets because I'm like, I'm not going to take danger back. So let me go over here and sit down and see how many people follow me, and then I'll get back on the bus and go back over. When the police came, he said, this dude, he called me a man. So they done changed me to be a man on the paperwork in the system. And I just keep wanting to fight back tears to cry because it's got to be Alex. It could be Anthony. Anthony could be trying to live life as Aileen Atkins, but Alex was the person on that Friday in February. Was it February, January? Late January of 2020, before we got evicted. So that would have been January of 2022 because we were evicted June 2nd of 2022. So Alex, you got the paperwork. You were sifting through my mail, you and Genesis. Because the person that walked up and put the mail back in the box was a girl, a female, and they had kind of wide hips, and you know Genesis got that little roly-poly butt. And I said, hey, what are you doing? And she put mail back in the box and kept it moving. Now, I had been telling the children something ain't right with my mail because there's certain things, like when my USF research magazine comes, I always like to look through it. And I hadn't been getting my information from the Alumni Association and the little USF Federal Credit Union monthly statements. Now, I ain't really got no money in there, but shit, I keep my account current. So if I need to do something, I have an account. And those things were not coming. So Alex, now I knew you were trying to become Mr. Little Hacker. We had that conversation when I saw American Greed, and the guy who started the dark web, Max Butler, I said I wish I could meet him so he could go and get rid of erase my student loans. And I didn't realize what evil that takes place on the dark web. So I retract that statement. I don't want to meet him because if he created the dark web and he knows the illegal things that are taking place on the dark web, I would not want to meet him. I would not want to touch him. I would not want to ask him for anything. And so I've learned only a little bit about the dark web because one of the tarot readers were saying that they were supposed to somebody was supposed to rape me and create a snuff film. And people pay to watch people get killed. It's a lot of sick, vile people in the world. It's a lot of sick, vile people in the world. So Alex, I am defamilying you. Now, all the children are like, Mama, you wrong. Alex didn't do this. Alex didn't do that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all didn't see Alex when he stood in that doorway trying to prevent me from looking out the door. So did you also go in my car and take my unclaimed funds and give it to somebody in the family, Ava, Alva? You jumped in the car with Ava one day. I said, Ava and Alex, that's a combination for crime. And I just was watching. What could I do? So you all have all my mail. You refuse to give me my mail. And everybody knows where I am. And if everybody don't know, they only one person away from knowing. Cousin Toy is driving Ava's old Nissan. I think Ava must be driving the black Jaguar. She, if that's her, pulled in. Well, I don't need to do all that. I don't need to do all that. So is the marriage between two men? I'm supposed to be a man and I married a man? This fraudulent marriage y'all cooked up. Or y'all just dodging in and out and everybody's doing little devious things and getting their, pound of financial flesh off of me and y'all think it's funny. There's a black Impala that sits like a full-time job over here watching me. And the young man looked just like James Johnson. Just like James Johnson. And when I was at the prison crusade, what was that, 2 days ago? A white BMW was pulling in, and you know how they try to back in to make sure can't nobody see their license tag and everything. And I wasn't paying them no attention because I was making a documentary. Because God had already told me everything that is yours by divine right is protected and returning back to you with some stank on it you won't believe. Now, you gotta realize when I received the gift of God begging for a billion and God said, you are going to be a billionaire. I was like, woo, all happy. I was always talking to Alex. He was the reason everything went down badly because I was giving him inside information because that was my nephew and I was trying to make sure that he had the information he needed to succeed in life. And he was using it against me. I'm trying to let it soak in. Trying to let it soak in. Ain't no telling what kind of lies y'all got surfacing around here. Every time I get on the bus and they do this street theater, the lady came on the bus with a baby. The girl came in the yard with a baby carriage. So who has a baby? Genesis has a baby. And Genesis is pretending to be me also? Is Genesis the one that went to the doctor using my name? Is Genesis the one that had those Gerber baby food coupons being sent to the house? Somebody got a new baby. I mean, within 2 years old. So now I have a lot to think about and pray about. The angels are resolute and God is so great. I'm just so thankful that I had the sense enough to listen to God in between here or there.